Hey, everybody. Grant Miller here, Miami Community Newspapers. We're here at South Dade Chamber of Commerce. We've got Eddie Garza and Julio Guzman. All right. While I'm talking, I want you to do the watch party right now.
Here we go. Watch party.
Right, watch party. It's not real complicated. You go to Community Newspapers, you see a thing, and you do what, Tommy?
Just share it.
Share it. Okay. So, gotcha. So South Dade Chamber is rocking and rolling. Never been stronger in the history, the 105-year history. Am I correct, Julio?
That's right.
It's a little complicated for Julio because he's a baseball player, football player, and you are the chairman of the South Dade Chamber.
That's right.
And why I have in the house, we got Eddie Garza, whose family, 2 brothers, right? There are 3 of you total.
3 of us total. Yes, sir.
Right. All played baseball in high school, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then we have in the house Coach Garza. Can you come around in the back here?
Coach Garza.
Coach Garza. Come up behind him. All right. Give a shout. Wait. Hold on. Get down here and listen. You coach or you manage what?
I'm a assistant coach with the Lexington Legends out in Lexington, California, in the Atlantic.
Oh, in California.
Lexington, Kentucky. Excuse me, Lexington, Kentucky. I was coaching in California.
Okay, and let's talk. How did you get there? Is it affiliated to any baseball team?
Long stories, yes, sir. But actually, Lexington wasn't a minor league system last year.
Right.
Now, this is the first year they joined the Atlantic League. I helped out last year when they were doing a little COVID mini 14 pod. And now their first official season, I'll be one of the assistant coaches.
Now, are you the Garza that pitch got hit in the head?
Yeah.
So this is incredible. My son was in 6th grade, going into 6th grade, summer ball. He's on the mound, Julio.
Okay.
On the mound pitching, warming up. Those last pitch, throw it down.
Yeah.
The catcher hit the target, his head.
On a stolen base?
Just warm-ups.
Throwing it down.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Helicopter came in, and that's where I met the Garza family.
Wow.
Long, crazy baseball journey.
Yeah.
But we're still rolling.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, now, how old are you?
I'm now 34 years old.
And how old's your brother?
32.
How old?
32.
And the other brother?
31.
30,
We're both younger, but not smarter.
And your mom looks like she's the youngest of all of you guys.
You know what? We take good care of.
All right. So
Shout out to mom.
Yeah. So you're gonna be looking at this camera or this camera, whatever. Not that one's out. So Julio, let's talk about South Dade Chamber.
Well, I just want to talk about Sip real quick because it's a lot of time that he spends on the road, right? A lot of time on the road. You get to come back, hang out with family for a little bit, and you go back to the road. So family life, is it relevant? Do you have a family life? How does that work?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll give it back.
We got a VIP guest in the house, Sip Garza.
I don't mind it. Yeah.
Coach of the Lexington Legends.
No, I definitely take a lot of pride in enjoying coming down and spending a lot of time with the family in the off season. So, my brother just had his baby first one of the.
Congratulations to that.
Yes, Garza, baby Leo.
So as a new uncle, I'm enjoying spending as much time with him as I can before the baseball season. So,
That's awesome, man. Good to have you, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, so let's talk about South Dade Chamber before we talk about the MAC.
Yeah, well, the South Dade Chamber is proud to have the MAC as one of its trustee members, and we always want to shout out to the trustees because we're all about members and making sure we deliver, what the members need to be prominent. And the MAC is a very good indication of what an organization can do to truly penetrate and make an impact on our community. So we commend Eddie and his family for what they have done throughout the years to make the Mexican American Council the organization that it is today. It is a prominent organization. I don't know if you know this, Eddie, but when we were growing up in Homestead, my dad, worked at a convenience store for a while, and then he decided to be an entrepreneur, and he bought a restaurant, right? And he bought a restaurant right on Lucy Street in Chrome Avenue. It was called Texas Pub, right? And as I started to get older, I would say, Dad, we're from the Dominican Republic. What are we doing in a Mexican restaurant? He goes, do you know how many farm workers are out here and they need to eat? And that's how we keep food on our table. And that just goes back to the 80s on how our family came about through having a connection with the Mexican community.
Absolutely, Julio.
So you guys are doing amazing things at the MAC. I'm gonna get into that a little bit, but the Mariachi Conservatory. Have you heard about the Mariachi Conservatory?
No.
Amazing. That's just one of the pillars that they have in that organization. They also have, adult literacy. They have family empowerment, and you can get into some of the details here.
Yeah.
And they also they prepare people for college. I mean, these are, part of the community that sometimes gets shunned away or doesn't have the same opportunity.
I missed that word. Sometimes?
Yeah. Well,
all the time.
Sib got to AA coach, so there's some of them that make it through.
Well, that's true. And it's because of his brothers and his parents and your grandparents that pushed you to get to that next level.
Right.
And that minor league, you did it.
Yeah.
That minor league trip is long.
It's a tough road, and you got a lot of time on a bus, very uncomfortable. You
drive when you're 6'5".
You're driving all over the country. It's a vigorous. I mean, it's tough to go through all of those things on a daily basis because they play every single day. I think you get 1 day off a month. Is that Monday? You get 1 day off a month. That's it.
So maybe you get every Monday off
for this season, every Monday.
So it's it loosened up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. You said sometimes. Well, if you're a part of the MAC, it's every day that people forget about it.
Yeah.
The hard working class always gets bumped.
Right.
Whatever nationality it happens to be Mexican in South Florida, gets forgotten. It wasn't for the Mexicans, the people that came in to pick the crops.
Yes, sir.
They're not just locals. They also come in. We wouldn't have crops.
Right.
And we already know the number one industry in Dade County is what?
Agriculture.
People forget that. That's such a great point.
I'm having a meeting with one of the big boys, the Greater Miami Convention Bureau.
Yeah.
And they don't like that. I say tourism is not the number one industry. The gravy train is the agriculture, and most of the pickers are what?
Mexican or of Central American descent, Haitian American, all types of backgrounds, as you mentioned. But the most important thing is agriculture is the backbone of our economy from the state standpoint and also City of Homestead, South Florida, South Dade standpoint. I mean, people don't realize what a big economic engine we have here in Deep South Dade when it comes to that green grass, right?
Yeah, it's exciting. So your parents came.
My mom and dad got to South Dade area in I want to say the 60s. My dad graduated from South Dade High School in the 60s.
How old is he?
A state champ. He's 75 now.
Holy, he's a beast.
Yes, sir.
Wait, he's a state champion what?
He was a state champ in the 100 at South Dade High School when they used to be known as the Rebels. And
that caused a lot of problems.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Mayor Wallace changing that one for the city. But real quick, just to finish that story up, he broke the state record for the 100-yard dash. And he couldn't afford shoes back in those days, so he ran barefoot.
Wow!
So he was known.
Wait, so he's 75. So he graduated in 60s.
Yeah, definitely in the 60s.
He graduated. I'll tell you what, 64.
Yep. Definitely in the 60s.
And that was segregated back then. There was Mays, and South Dade. There was no Homestead, and if you were black, you could not go to South Dade back then.
And, his whole dream was to actually play either football or baseball, but for reasons he never talked about, he was unable to play football and baseball. But they saw how fast he was, and they said, well, you can run.
You can run track.
And they gave him the mile race first. And South Dade had a champion sprinter locally, right? Well, while he was running the mile and he was on his third lap, according to his story, he saw their sprinter and said, I'm coming for him. Caught up, beat him, and then told the coach, can I please be a sprinter now instead of the mile race? And the rest is history. He won the state champion, was dubbed the Barefoot Rebel by the Miami Herald.
Wow.
And I have the pictures framed on my wall of him crossing the finish line with no shoes on.
Barefoot
Rebel, South Dade Rebels, the Barefoot Rebel.
I could just imagine what the other runners are saying. This guy's going to run barefoot?
This is what's changed. Okay, that's 64. 60 years later, people from running the marathon are running barefoot now.
Now it's a cool thing.
Yeah, right. Now it's cool.
Now it's advanced.
I got money, but I'm running barefoot. So your parents grew up in South Dade.
Yeah.
Did they meet here?
Met in South Dade.
Are they both born in the United States or Mexico?
My father born in the United States. My mother born in Mexico.
Wait, your father was born. He's 75.
Yeah.
So he's born in like the 30s, the 40s.
46.
Wow. In Homestead.
No, actually in Texas. He was born in Texas,
but he came here.
Yeah, came here picking. So remember, he was a farm worker himself. So he came through the tomato crops. And my father was, as you mentioned, the migrant farm worker. So he'd be here for a few months. He'd be somewhere in North Dakota. He talks about picking cherries and blueberries in Michigan. And I mean, he was grew up across the United States. But sometime in high school, he settled down. Finally, the family settled down. And he met my mom as my mom was leading a huelga, a strike against one of the farmers. Now, here's the funny part. My mom back in the day led a strike against Mr. Paul DeMari and a few other folks. They are
they friends now?
They are the biggest supporters. Our biggest friends and supporters are the farmers of South Dade. Shout out to the South Dade Farm Bureau, Dade County Farm Bureau, Florida Farm Bureau. We love you guys, and thank you for all your support. What we've been able to
Paul
do.
DeMari, he's a class act.
Man, what a gentleman.
You know, he's a big baseball fan.
Yeah, UM, right?
His son's at UM. His kids all played baseball. Gino's his son, and he's got Paul Jr. that was a big farmer too, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think he moved to Tampa or somewhere like that.
Well, thankfully, the DeMari family is still very involved in supporting farm worker children, farm worker youth, and making sure that they have the resources to succeed. We have a term, the DeMari Scholars, that he's helped finance their college education.
Yeah.
We have some outstanding young people who have graduated because of the support of the DeMari family. Thank you all so much for your support.
I also know that
I hate to tell you, I could talk about this all day. You know, I know we want to talk about the chamber, but I got to ask some questions. So, your mom and dad, did they start that, or was it government?
This was co-founded by my parents and a few other folks, some members who were at the Homestead Air Force Base, Air Force members, and also other former or current educators and community leaders at the time got together in the 80s and said, we need to find ways to help reduce the dropout rate of migrant farm worker children in Miami-Dade County, which at the time was around 80%. So that meant that out of every 10 kids walking into kindergarten, less than 2 were graduating from high school at that time.
Now, how many Mexicans that are it's just not pickers, all Mexicans, correct?
Well, that's the interesting thing about our name today. So yes, initially we were created in the 80s for pickers, specifically targeting farm worker children that at that time were overwhelmingly Mexican American. But what we've noticed is in the waves of immigration over the 90s, we started to see the Haitian Americans come in, and then into the 2000s, we saw the Central Americans come in. And MAC has never deviated from serving farm worker families. So we've expanded while we do stay true to our name and for the historical perspectives. Today, we serve children from all types of backgrounds, all different states, countries. If you are a young person in Homestead, South Dade who wants to succeed and you want to work hard, we got a place for you.
And they were able to attain a lot of support. I know back then, Commissioner Cava, now our mayor, she really got behind you guys and gave that push and gave that effort and the support fundraising. And it just kind of catapulted you guys to a new level. But you guys have an infrastructure and a curriculum that really makes it's almost like you're in a school. It's almost like you're in a school, but you're getting some hands-on training so that you could really laser focus on exactly what it is you want to do. And it's based around cultural arts too. Am I correct?
Absolutely. You know, we're always making sure that through the arts, through music, through visual art, through poetry, we're always engaging our community, giving our students chances to explore whole new things they've never done before. Shout out to O Miami. We just took part in the O Miami Poetry Festival.
What's the sleeve?
So I got some of our friends and partners. This is the shirt that we give all of our college and career prep students.
Okay, but who's that? Is that a sponsor?
Yeah, this is one of our main supporters,
Who's
the
that?
Ocean Reef
Ocean
Community
Reef
Foundation. Shout out to Ocean Reef and the entire team there. Thank you all very much. We're looking forward
What's the guy who runs that now? Chip?
No. Ocean Reef, and their foundation is Yudi Milokai.
That's the community of Ocean Reef.
And they have their own foundation to support.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And so that's the Ocean Reef.
People don't know that. You know, all you hear is about Ocean Reef.
Yeah.
And to me,
exclusive club.
I don't understand it. It's like a beach is not a beach, and it's got golf carts. I don't understand what everybody makes a hoopla about. But more important, they support you, and they do not talk about it. This is the first time.
Yes, they're so. First of all, they've been doing this for years. They've been backing us for over 5 years.
Who's the other logo?
We have two other great institutions. We have the Children's Trust here in Miami-Dade County. Shout out to Mr. Hodge and Udi, our contract manager. And then Unidos US is the nation's largest Hispanic advocacy organization.
You look like a boxer. Got shits all over, logos all over his chest.
I'm ready.
Grant, do you know what Unidos means?
No.
It means united, together.
So United US, like us, but also US as a United States. We're
That's
here
pretty
in
cool.
United. Yes, sir.
So when I first got into the Chamber of Commerce, the South Dade Chamber of Commerce, I had the privilege to meet Sip Senior, and this guy's got a presence. I mean,
he walks in.
He's got a presence.
You hear him. And when his wife moves in, the mom, everybody clears out because we know who's boss.
So when you're new, you wanna talk and you want your voice to be heard, and Sip Senior's just kind of listening from the sideline, and then when he speaks, you go, man, that's the wise guy. That's the person I want to follow. And then, getting to know his family, I got to meet Eddie, I got to meet Sip now too. Having these people in our community really helps us get a good message across. So he's helped tremendously with the chamber, getting the message of we want to empower businesses. There are so many great things that are in Deep South Dade. And when you've got the right team to push that message through, it just makes sense. Agricultural is a big, movement that we've got down there. So now what we're trying to do is make sure that agricultural technology starts to come in to South Dade. There's a lot of things going on in Miami. Shout out to Mayor Suarez with his efforts and, getting a lot of attention down here. So, that's a lot of stuff that's happening in, the Miami, the Brickell, the Gables, but we want ag tech.
Yes.
Ag tech. And I think we together, we can start to pull that down to Deep South Dade to really highlight a lot of the stuff happening in Deep South Dade.
And Julio, I do want to say one thing to
No, you said it wrong. Julio Guzman. Okay, there you go.
Okay, but first about the chamber.
Yeah.
Right? I have seen a big improvement, a big shift, and a concerted effort that you're seeing the results of the chamber to really make it known what role they play in our community, what they offer the businesses, and the voice that you all have become for our businesses to government. Absolutely.
Us, not we, not them, us. Because you're part of it.
Absolutely, sir. And I got to say that, I wrote an article recently for the
South Dade Newsletter.
South Dade Newsletter.
And it was really focused on community and the fact that we've had tremendous success through our programming, but it's only because of the community that we've been able to bring together. Nothing that Mac has done, we've done on our own. It's been with great people like this, with Center State Bank, with Jim Hammond, Florida Day of the Dead.
Center Bank?
Center State Bank.
Is that Willie Carpenter?
Yes, sir. Shout out to Mr. Carpenter.
Do you know who he is?
No. I've heard of him.
All County, 2 sports. You should know that.
Baseball and football?
South Dade High School Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, football and baseball. Come on.
I got to go meet him.
He's about my height, a little faster and a little stronger, but
maybe. We debatable if he's still faster.
Yeah, here's something interesting we talk about. You're only as good as your weakest link.
Yeah.
And it's more that you improve the MAC, the immigrants, the working class. When they're stronger, the whole link is stronger.
Absolutely.
So because of your organization, you're making South Dade a great place to live, a great place to work, and congratulations to your parents and your grandparents, who was a cowboy, you said?
He was a cowboy. Yes, sir.
A real cowboy.
A real deal cowboy riding horses.
Did you love it?
I miss those times so much. It was such a beautiful life and lifestyle. And I wish, I know he's looking down and looking at all the progress we're making down here.
Oh, absolutely.
And I want to say that I truly believe the American dream is alive and well. And
absolutely.
If you work hard and you stay focused and you keep your nose clean, anything is possible in this country. And we're proving that every day with the kids we're working with. I
tell people, we live in the greatest country in the world. You can be anything you want to be if you truly desire being that person. Because there's opportunity everywhere. I mean, I'd be remiss also if we didn't give a shout out to Carrie Black. Yes. She's been our leader. Carrie Black. Carrie's part of the reason that the chamber has turned around and members feel, that they're being taken care of, that they're being supported. So Carrie, she built this team around her, and it's a team where you don't have to be micromanaged. It's just guys like you. It's just like-minded people doing great things in the community. So you don't only care about MAC, you care about your community.
Absolutely.
And every time you impact someone's life, that's helping our community because that person ends up being some prominent person down the line. I remember seeing you at Schnebley's one day. You're having lunch with this young person. He's like, hey, this is one of my mentors, you know, one of the kids I'm mentoring, and I'm just here on a Saturday having some lunch. You could be doing anything else. You could have been out with your fiance at the time, and you're like, no, I'm going to spend time with this young guy so he can see, you know, what it is to be a person in this community. So definitely commend Eddie for all the stuff that he's done
Garza
down there.
Family, they're making a difference. All right, what else has happened to South Dade? Anything South Dade Chamber?
South Dade
Oh,
Chamber.
excuse me. I just want you to know what South Dade is. Not to me. To me, South Dade starts at 184th. For the outsiders, the people who live north of Flagler, they think South Dade starts at Kendall.
Oh no.
Yeah, and they still do. I go, where do you live? You know, where's South Dade? Does it start at Dayland? I go, no. So for the rest of it, South Dade Chamber represents from 184th Street, we say all the way to the Keys or North Havana. South Dade Chamber has grown so much.
Absolutely. I would definitely.
Wait, so we didn't
stand
get the
behind that
answer.
statement.
How many farmers that are Mexican?
Okay, so we are seeing a shift. And funny that you brought up the agriculture technology. One of our newest graduates, we call them the Max Scholars. They take all the funds that we put together with all of your support and send them to college, right? Manuel Ponce, shout out to Manuel, says, you know what, Eddie? I want to be a businessman. I want to get into business. Perfect. But let's start somewhere.
Is that in English or Spanish he asked you?
He asked me in English, even though he speaks some rough English, Manuel. So
That's me. Rough English.
But Manuel goes, you know what? My dad's got a small 3-acre lot that we lease, and we're going to start selling plants. I said, perfect. We're going to send you to school from a business AA, right? And then while he's there, he goes, you know, Eddie, they're offering this class to learn about new techniques in agriculture. Can I take that too? Absolutely. Here's the check. Sign up for those classes too. He ends up graduating with 2 AAs, one in business and one in advanced agriculture. He has 11 acres now leased.
Wow.
And he's using the technology that he learned to grow his
What's his
family's business. Manuel Ponce.
Big shout out to Manuel Ponce.
Manuel Ponce. And they're no longer.
Ponce. Hey, this is what your organization, any organization, makes it proud. And when you know, I have a saying, you know, and I used to coach. I coached for many years. If you could save one child a year, but you're not saving children, you're saving a lot of children each year. And I'm not saving about dying. I'm talking about moving to the next level. So congratulations. And the South Dade Chamber is part of it, and the MAC. Part of it. And so how many, I use the word pickers. That might be the wrong word. How many?
The labor force for agriculture.
Okay, labor
right
force.
now.
How much?
Yes.
How big is the labor force in South Dade? Ballpark.
No, we're talking at least thousands. First of all, thousands, right?
And where do they live?
There's specific housing set aside by the USDA, managed by organizations like the Homestead Housing Authority. It's called the Redland Center, the South Dade Center, the Harvest Center. Okay. And also we have the ECA, Everglades Community Association, now also known as Rural Neighborhoods, and they have the Everglades Housing Center, which is huge. We're talking 500 homes, 600 homes in each of these different places. But in reality, farm workers face the same housing shortages that we all do. The dedicated housing for them is not enough. It's not adequate enough for the size of the community.
Okay, so
again, I'd say it's in the thousands.
So they're picking for a farm, XYZ farm.
Yeah.
Does the farmers help them? The farmer?
Absolutely. In fact, a lot of farmers, when they know, and this is, you know, shout out to all the good farmers who really care about their workforce. We get calls all the time, says, hey, Eddie, we have no housing for our people. Let's work together. Help us find a chamber related hotel for a long-term stay. Help us find, and we start to use our feelers and get into the community and find places that are safe for our folks to stay.
You know, I remember when I met your parents. You know, we've done stories, and she says it's unsafe. A lot of these kids, it's unsafe for them, for their families.
That's not the case anymore.
Yeah, but we're talking 30, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
It's changing.
We've come a long way. Now, the good thing is we can you know, monitor the quality of housing in certain areas, but once they're in an apartment complex somewhere, you know, we just have to help and support as much as possible from there. But the good news is, again, we're changing that narrative. Also, agriculture in Deep South Dade and South Dade is changing. We're going away from the row crops, and you're seeing the nurseries, the ornamentals, the exotic fruits come in. That's a welcome change from our perspective, because row crops are very migratory. You're picking something here, then you got to be in Carolina, then you got to go to Texas.
Brutal for the family.
So you got to go all over the country.
And it uplifts you. So whatever you're learning in second grade here, it's not what they're learning at the same time in second grade in South Carolina.
So these families that move, their kids are little.
Yes, for the most part.
And where do they go to school?
They have to just end up in different schools all across the country. So we're working with
and I'm sure many years ago they got picked on.
It takes a toll on their life because you make a few friends and all of a sudden you get uprooted and go somewhere else. You got to start all over. It's tough when you're an adolescent growing. It's almost like
That's why I'm not moving. I mean, here's 64. I ain't moving nowhere.
He knows where he likes the places.
Yeah.
No, but the good thing about going to the nurseries is that's 24/7 year-round work. And so once a family transitions from the row crops to the nurseries or exotic fruits, it's much more stable for the kids school-wise.
Wow. All right, let's talk about South Dade. Any events coming up?
So the South Dade Chamber's got a cryptocurrency seminar coming up, and crypto has been talked about recently. A lot of people have interest in crypto, but they don't quite really understand it. So South Dade Chamber wants to bring that education to our community. We also have, Dennis Corral, who is going to be talking a little bit about, just regular securities investment and 401k. And we also have, we're going to talk about real estate investments, because I think a lot of those things kind of merge together, and everybody talks about diversification. So when you get to learn a little bit about crypto, you get to learn a little about, just stocks and bonds, and you get to learn about real estate investment. I mean, all of that stuff is knowledge that anyone is going to be able to take something away. So whenever we do an event, we want to cater to a crowd that's going to go home with something they can apply immediately. So we've also have a hurricane preparedness. Every time when we're getting close to hurricane season, people just kind of forget. So we want to bring some information just to kind of keep you abreast on things that you should be doing when it comes to hurricane preparedness. And so right now, the big thing is this crypto thing, because I keep getting calls from everybody saying, hey man, what's going on with this crypto? How's it going? What do you know about crypto, by the way? What does it mean to you?
The first time I bought Bitcoin, it was less than $100.
Wow, you're sitting in a pretty good spot there.
I know. Now listen, that was when we used it to buy things. And we actually used to be able to go to the Latin House Cafe. Shout out to Latin House, and the very first ever Miami Bitcoin group. And we'd buy food with Bitcoin.
Wow.
Just to prove that it was something that was tangible and that we could actually use in society. I'm so happy to see what Bitcoin's doing. I recommend everybody tune in, learn about the blockchain, learn about sound money, learn about why Bitcoin is rising in value, and learn about not just Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other coins that can potentially be players in the game. But definitely, in my opinion, Bitcoin is the number one. And the best part is this, everyone, don't be scared by the number. You don't have to buy $57,000 worth of a coin.
Right.
You can buy what they call sats. You can buy Satoshi. You can just buy $10 of a coin. But definitely get involved in Bitcoin. Something I push a lot of my young people to get involved in, even just tickle their brain. I say just buy $20 on any of the different things, Coinbase if you want to, but definitely get involved in Bitcoin. It's coming.
And it's ultimately to solve a problem. Whenever there's something that becomes extremely relevant in our society, it is solving some type of problem. So with Bitcoin and the whole blockchain process, it's basically to remove the middleman and to have a system where it's unhackable. So for example, I have cousins in the Dominican Republic that say, hey, I'm a little down on money. Can you send me a few bucks? The process is you got to go to Western Union and you say, hey, if I'm going to send $100, they go, okay, great.
$120
from this. Yeah. Or you send 100 and then what they're going to receive on the other end is, $80. So Bitcoin is solving that problem. But I just think it's, we need to get more educated, and we need to try to bring that education to people to understand it, because it's starting to take a life of its own, and people are starting to adapt.
Yes.
And that's when you don't want to be on the wrong end. You want to get in and start understanding it early. Just like when computers came, people didn't really adapt, but they eventually had to.
Right. Can you read the comments?
Let's see. Mac is a fantastic program. We had them on our stage and have seen firsthand the incredible support these kids receive through arts. Bravo.
Who's that from?
That is from the Seminole Theater.
Seminole Theater.
We got Alexander Garza. Great job, Eddie and Julio. Big shout out to Alexander Garza. Carlos, thank you all for what you do, our South Dade community. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff,
Shout out
man.
to Seminole Theater. You know, we get to do our Merry Mariachi Christmas every year. Our Homestead Miami Mariachi Conservatory under the direction of Los Mora Arriaga, the amazing mariachi family, Los Mora Arriaga. Shout out to that family. But really, thank you, Catherine and John and the entire team at the Seminole Theater. We're so blessed in Homestead to have that as a venue.
Yeah.
Imagine for so many years it was dormant, and as soon as the city turned on those lights, it's been packed ever since, and they're doing an outstanding
It's
job.
exciting. All right.
One last thing, Grant.
Yes.
When have you ever heard in any nationality that you bring mariachis to that party and it livens up that party? No matter white, black,
Absolutely.
Dominican, Puerto Rican,
People-
Cuban, it doesn't matter.
People go crazy over it. Yeah, so
I should have brought him
Memorable,
tonight. I
that's-
should have brought him today.
absolutely. All right. So Eddie, we have a little contest here.
Uh-oh.
You got to be quick. Don't slack it off. Ready? Eddie Garza. All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Favorite pizza place? Go.
Oh man, Mamma Mia's.
Mamma mia.
Is that local?
Homestead.
Yeah, Homestead, Mamma Mia's pizza.
Okay. Favorite taco place? Taco restaurant.
Shout out to La Cruzada downtown Homestead.
Right. Across
I
the
like
street.
that. Okay. We got two questions. Your favorite football team?
Miami Hurricanes.
Favorite baseball team?
Miami Hurricanes.
Favorite
No,
pro team?
Marlins. Miami
Okay,
Marlins.
that's
Yeah.
it. Okay. You got two brothers, right?
Yes, sir.
Ready? Your brother's birthday right here.
July 9th.
Your other brother.
July 23rd.
Your mother.
December.
Don't look at him.
December 6th.
Your father.
July 2nd.
Your wife's.
July 2nd.
There's a lot of
Your
Julys
birthday.
there,
Can you
man.
believe
Your grandchild. Your baby's birthday.
April 15th.
Here's the tough question. Your mother-in-law's.
God bless her.
Ay,
I
ay, mi amor.
celebrate her birthday every day.
Oh, you guys are winners. All right. Your superhero.
Wolverine. I love
God.
Wolverine.
Okay. Your favorite place you eat chicken.
Oh wow, that's a tough one because you know Popeyes and KFC are always going at it with me. Man.
Popeye's just opened a new one. Go ahead. Come up. Pick a place.
You know, for my dad, KFC.
Okay. All right. Here's
Yeah,
a good
He
one.
loves that KFC chicken.
Your favorite cowboy movie.
Oh wow,
John
now,
Wayne.
this is hard because I grew up watching westerns. My dad had me watching.
Which one? Pick one.
Who shot Liberty Vance?
Who shot
Do
Liberty
you know that
Vance?
movie, Tommy?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite cowboy?
Well, you mean like John Wayne?
Yeah, anybody.
Well, you know what though, time out. I know that this is debatable too, but when you look at Have Gun Will Travel, I don't know if Paladin counts as a cowboy, but man, was he
Tommy, does that count?
he was a cool
Yeah.
dude.
Bam!
I was
All
going
right.
to say
Yes,
Django.
sir.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Your favorite animal? Go.
Tiger?
God, wow. Okay.
I wasn't gonna pick the flamingo, that's for sure.
favorite burger? Where?
Okay, the RPG burger at the pharmacy. I call it the pharmacy Royal Palm and Grill.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
get
my
the
God.
RPG burger.
Oh, yeah.
That, if I'm correct, McLean's Florist used to be right next
Yeah.
door. Wow. Your favorite sushi restaurant?
Okay, shout out to Miyako in South Miami. Family-owned business. Love those guys.
Wow.
Miss McLean lives across the street from my house.
She's not still alive.
Yes, she is.
Living
Alive and
large,
well.
living large with
Alive
Ed
and well.
McLean.
Wow.
I remember living large with Ed McLean.
All right. Your favorite Christmas gift as a kid?
Okay, favorite Christmas gift as a kid. I really love the WWF stuff, and so my dad got me like 3 or 4 at the same time with the ring, and I had those guys just from the top rope going crazy.
Favorite restaurant to eat fish at?
Oh man, this was a little harder, but you know, Sundowners down in the Keys.
Okay, that's good.
Sundowners.
That's
a
Always
good one.
spot.
Okay. Thanksgiving. Words, not sentences. What do you love about Thanksgiving?
Family,
What else? Another word.
food,
Okay. That's good enough.
and I'm gonna miss my grandma always saying prayer.
Okay. Your favorite hot dog place?
Arbetters. Is there
This
any
guy's
other?
a winner.
Is there any other?
Dave Arbetter. Do you hear that?
Are you kidding me? You guys follow
Arbetters.
me on Instagram. Of course, I'm gonna show love.
Okay. And when you go, you tell them you're here to get a Grant Miller hot dog.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna make me say I love Larry
That's the
Bird.
smallest one they got.
Then you have a New Year's resolution.
You know, I think if I want to say it's to enjoy time more. If one thing COVID taught us is to just slow down and enjoy.
Okay. The magic of the mix. Why is Mac successful and why will it continue?
We're successful because everybody who works for our organization is not driven by a paycheck, but driven by the want to make our community a better place. We are the change we wish to see. in addition to that, we've been able to partner with so many great community members. And again, I go back to, we're not successful alone. We're successful because of the community and the partnerships. And we're so grateful for that. Thank you.
Right.
And before we get off the air, we're going to wrap it up. But I just want you to know, Mr. Coach Garza, Tommy does a baseball show every day, 15 minutes every day. And he does a half-hour show. He'd love to interview you.
Oh, yeah.
So don't.
Get together.
Yes, he does a Marlins show, but he also interviews coaches across the country.
Oh, well, tell him who you can get in. I mean, this guy's got a ton of big leaguers on his roster right now.
All right, well, you'll tell Tommy. All right, it's really, truly, I love the Garza family from the father. The mother is the best. I love his father. He walks in and you feel
that presence.
Presence.
Yeah.
And then again, and then the wife comes in, he moves out of the way, she takes over. But the Garza family is a true stable of Homestead. And thank you for all you do. Coach, thank you for all what you do. And
That's
what's your
awesome.
brother doing?
Sipper Alex.
Alex, I know what
No,
he's
Alex is running a social media digital marketing firm, DSMS. And if you're a real estate agent, you're trying to reach folks online, I would definitely get with him. What I've seen him do for some top real estate agents here in Miami and in other states has been outstanding. So definitely connect with him.
Well, we
DSMS.
my team's definitely going to connect with him.
All right, let's wrap it up with South Dade
Well,
Chamber.
thanks. South Dade Chamber wants to thank everybody for tuning in today. Thank you guys for supporting the South Dade Chamber. If you want to become a member, please go to southdadechamber.org. We want to thank Eddie Garza and his family and the MAC, the Mexican American Council, for what they do for our community. We want to thank also Grant Miller and his team for always giving us a space to get our message across. So thank you, everybody, for watching, and we will see you next week, Tuesday. Thank you.
Join the chamber.